Good evening, welcome on into the evening edition of From Day One for this, the 1st of November 2022. I think it's quite fitting as it's U.S. Election Day here in the States, midterm elections, and we take care of an auditor at a polling place.
By the way, if you're interested in getting some awesome
at the Joseph Caleb Public Library for Miami-Dade County. This is a voting site. I am going to vote early. This is the first day of early voting in Miami-Dade County. The other commissioner, Modesty, always ignored me, never gave me a time of day. He got turned out. So let's walk through here and see what people think and see if we have the right to record our experience. Hello? Yes. And I'm also, so who are we supporting out here today?
Alright, so a few things here. This auditor is obviously a narcissist.
It's illegal.
Much like Chili, he wants to always be on camera. And that's why in the corner you'll see the second footage, which is focused on him. Now, the other thing is that this video is an hour long. So obviously I'm not going to subject you to this much torture,
please.
so I'll fast forward to the good part.
Hi.
How we doing?
Good. How you doing?
Where you going?
I'm going in to vote. How you doing today? May I ask your name?
I'm George.
Hi, George. I'm Skipper.
Yeah.
And you're a volunteer?
Yeah, but you're not going in there with that camera in there, right? Taking pictures or...
Oh, yes, I am.
You can't go in there taking...
Sure, I can.
No, you can't.
Right. I cannot go in there taking no pictures like that.
Well, I also have to vote. I'm an independent journalist.
Well, you're going to have to stand back here.
Oh, no.
Right here where they read.
We're allowed to go in there.
No.
Sure I am.
No.
It's a publicly accessible area.
You're not allowed to go in there with that.
Would you be able to tell me the law that says I can? Because I can tell you the law that says I can.
Federal voting law?
Not yet. First, I'd like to see the law that says I can.
No, you told me the one that says you can't.
No, ma'am, that's not. Are you a public official?
You just said you have the law.
Yes, ma'am. Are you a public? Are you paid by the public?
Traditionally, please, so I can show you the one that says you can't come in with your camera rolling.
Well, ma'am. In that case, are you denying me service?
I'm telling you, you turn off your camera and you can come inside. You keep your camera rolling and you cannot come in.
No, ma'am, that's not correct.
Yes,
And I would like
it
to
is.
speak with a supervisor.
You is speaking to the supervisor.
Oh, okay. Then I would like. She still hasn't told me why I cannot.
And you ain't told her why you can't either.
No, sir, that's not my responsibility. See, I'm in the public.
You said you could tell her
Oh, I can.
why you can.
I can, but I don't do that yet.
Well, if you don't do that, she don't do that.
Well, I'm still going to go in there, and you'll have to call the police to keep me from going in there.
Coming in here.
Sir, are you going to physically keep me from going inside?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to try that out.
So he thinks these guys are joking around and that they won't stop him physically from walking inside. Newsflash, they will.
No, sir.
You can't go inside.
Yes, sir, you can't physically stop me from going inside. That is a publicly
You can't.
accessible area. I need you to call the police then.
You can't go in.
Yes, sir, I can.
No, you can't.
That is not accurate.
Guess what?
I have a constitutional right to go in there and vote.
Let me see it.
What do you mean, let me see it? I don't have to show you. That's not my responsibility.
You can't go in.
Yes, I can. Sir, if you physically touch me, I will
And
press
if you
charges.
physically touch
No,
me,
sir, I'm allowed to
charge
go
you.
in.
If you physically touch
I am
me,
allowed to go
I'm
in.
pressing charges on you.
I am allowed to go inside this building and vote.
You pass me and physically touch me, I'm
Okay,
pressing
you
charges
stand
on you.
right there. You call the police. I'm going to go around this way.
I'm staying right here.
Okay, you stand right there.
I'm staying right here.
Right there.
I'm staying right here. You're not going in.
You can't block the entrance.
You're not going in with the camera.
Thank you, Dumbledore.
Yes, sir, I can.
I'm not walking. Come on.
Oh, that's a little scandal, sorry.
I'm not walking. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm not arguing with you.
Your duty is to call the police.
Come on in, sir. Thank you so much. You're quite welcome. Right here.
Can the supervisor come out?
Listen. That's a done deal.
Oh, no, sir, it's not.
Yes, we told you you can't come in and you can't come in.
Sir, that's not accurate. I'm allowed to go in and vote. that is a public building, and I'm allowed to film in public places. And I would like to know the law that says that I cannot.
I would like for you to show me the law that says you can.
No, sir, that is not my responsibility.
It is not my responsibility to show you then that you cannot go in there.
Are you physically going to stop me from going in there?
Yes, I am.
Because, like I said, told this gentleman, I will press charges.
I will press charges on you too.
But you cannot block this door.
I will block the door. It's blocked. It's blocked. I will block.
May I have your name?
And you're not. It's right here.
Okay, let's see. It's Samuel Bowles Jr. Very good. And your name, sir?
God.
All right here.
Okay. And you are George Macon Jr.
And what's your name? Right.
It's not my responsibility to tell you my name.
Alright, so obviously you're not allowed to record in a polling booth. I mean, you're the first frauditor that is so stupid to attempt that. You got their names, they don't have badge numbers. Now, how long are you going to stay here?
But you work for
An hour?
the public. You have to tell me your name.
I don't have to. I don't have to do nothing when you can see it clearly here.
Very good.
So I don't have to tell you nothing when you can see it right here.
Thank you, sir.
Back down. Back down.
And I appreciate that. Thank you. But I do have the right to go in there and vote. Are you keeping me from casting my vote? This is my civic duty.
Now you're telling me you have to go and vote. See, now you're switching your story. Now you're saying you have to go and vote. You said you was going in there to film. That's what you said.
Am I allowed to go inside and vote?
When my supervisor get here, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
So as of right now, they are keeping us from going inside and voting.
No.
When my supervisor get here.
And do remember, we are always being audio and video recorded in government, and they don't need your permission. As we do not need their permission.
Wrong.
Is there another supervisor that can be called? So I don't have to sit out here and wait all day while I'm being denied my right?
You're going to sit out and wait
I'm
all
still
day.
being denied entry. In about 2 minutes, I'm going to press the issue and I'm going to go inside that door. And you will have to physically stop me.
Please do.
No, ma'am, that is not accurate. I do not have to turn it off. I am allowed to record government officials in government capacity.
Well, I spoke to the manager, and she said if you want to go, turn off your cameras, or you don't.
The courts have ruled that I'm allowed to do it. That's
No, they have not.
Would you, if you care, if you like, you can call the police. It doesn't matter who I'm with.
He's with the I scratch my own balls
You have the
press.
right of press.
Which press are you with? So we
It
can-
does not matter.
Yes, it does. So
No, ma'am, it does not.
It doesn't matter why.
I'm investigating this poll site. I have the right to vote, and you're denying me my right to vote.
You're
I'm
not
denying
denying
you
your
the
right
right to
to
enter
vote.
with your camera.
And I'm allowed to enter anywhere that is publicly accessible with a camera.
No better.
I would like to go inside, and you may call the police if you like, and they can educate you.
I'm just telling you.
Are you going to physically stop me from going inside?
Turn your camera.
I will not turn my camera off. I'm allowed to document
You are not
to
going
government
in.
officials.
And if you physically come by
Sir.
me, I'm going to press charges on you.
Sir.
I got a job to do and I'm going to
I understand that, but you are not law enforcement.
I'm through with it.
You are not law enforcement.
He
You are
isn't going to
observe
kick
and
your
report.
ass, enforcement.
You cannot physically touch me.
Touch him, please.
No, sir, but you're denying me entrance to perform
Yes,
my
he
civic
is.
duty.
I am denying you that camera.
You cannot physically stop me from.
Let you in the vote if you cut that off.
Absolutely not.
You could go in
Absolutely
there.
not.
See, you started telling us that you want to go in here and fix
I am
it.
allowed to. I am allowed to
You're not
film
allowed
anything
to go
in
in.
public.
No,
Yes,
no,
I am,
you're not.
sir.
No, but in all seriousness, can we take a moment to appreciate how stupid this guy is? Because
Very.
even DMA knows that you're not allowed to record people when they are voting. You cannot record a polling booth. So this guy is even more stupid and ignorant than DMA, believe it or not.
Let's sing something.
Are there cameras inside there? Do you know that that's public information? All right. I have the right to go in and vote. You may call the police if you are not comfortable with it. I am prepared for the police to take me to jail if I'm wrong.
No, you're not.
You're not going in.
Sir,
You're not
please allow
going
me
in.
access to
Not with the
every-
camera. Don't put your hand on him now. He's not.
No, I'm not. I'm putting my hand on the handle.
No, with the camera, you're not going in.
Sir, I am allowed to go inside.
You're not going in with the camera,
Can
mister.
you please call the police? in
I'm
this
not
case?
going to call anybody. If you touch me, I'm pressing charges on you.
No, sir, I'm not trying to touch you. I'm trying to gain entrance.
You're not getting entrance with the camera on.
Sir, that is not accurate information.
Guess
You are
what?
free
It is.
to call the police.
You're free to call them too.
No, I'm recording.
Well, I don't give it.
I'm gonna walk inside.
No, you're not coming in, sir.
Sir,
no, you're not.
you have officially touched me.
Hey, you.
I do not agree
I don't agree.
with your ability to touch me and restrict me from performing
You're
my
not
civic
going
duty.
in.
Okay.
That's on camera.
Yes, sir. Ma'am, you are welcome to call the police.
You can call them too.
No, I need to film.
Sorry, guys.
But I have the right to perform my civic duty.
No cameras can be rolling when you enter.
Do you have cameras in that building?
Not on the where they're voting. No.
Do you have cameras at all? Any type of audio or video recording?
That's not for you to know. That's not for you to know.
No, listen. You don't even have to.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. The manager said you can call the elections department and talk to the communications about what you're saying about coming in with rolling cameras.
May I have your name? You're the
My
supervisor
name
here?
is Stephanie Ramsey.
Stephanie Ramsey, and you are the supervisor of this
I am
precinct.
the clerk here.
The
And
clerk
I'm
of this
talking to
precinct?
the supervisor on the phone.
Very good. So you're going to deny me my civic duty.
Man, this guy is such a clown. They're not denying him his right to vote. They just are denying him his right to vote with a camera. Those are two different things.
And she's already talked to the people from communications. With your camera rolling, you cannot enter. You turn your cameras off and you can vote.
That is not accurate.
Yes, it
Is this a publicly accessible building?
This is what he's been saying the whole time. Elections Department, 305-499.
I know the number.
He doesn't need that. He wants us to call the police. He doesn't want to call and find out if he's right or wrong.
He's
He
wrong.
wants us to call the
No, because the municipality
He
does
doesn't
have.
want to call and find out if he's right or wrong. So he doesn't want elections number. He doesn't want to talk to elections. He doesn't want to talk to communications.
Just for the record, I never said that.
Yes, you just did.
No, I said I don't need the number. I have the number.
Come on in, sir. Watch your back.
I have the number.
And ask them.
Watch your back. Come on in, sir.
Look, municipalities are always, sir, please don't bump me. The Miami-Dade County is always denying this, but they cannot because this is federal. So when I go to court, I go before a federal judge for denying me my civic duty.
Oh, if you continue in this direction, you are going to court, all right. That's for sure. It just won't be for what you think.
Any publicly accessible building, I am allowed to enter and document.
No.
I cannot document anything that's private. That is on you to guard. But you have physically, at this point, denied me my civic duty. They're locking those doors. So you think you have the authority to physically deny anybody entry? They don't let me vote. I knew I'd get some resistance, but I didn't think to this level. Physically deny me entry. You can always call the police if I'm not allowed to do it.
We're not denying you.
You have physically, he told me he will physically deny me from entering that building.
He told you you could go and vote, but you gotta cut that off.
Absolutely not.
We're denying
This is your constitutional right, and so it's mine.
We're not denying you from
I will not.
So don't keep saying we're denying you because we are not.
What your responsibility is, call the police.
You could go in there.
You cannot physically stop me from entering a public building.
Watch me.
Now, in that camera, I can't. You're not coming in that film. You're not coming in that film, sir.
Have a good day, you too. You are. She's waiting on your phone call.
And who's Miss Trudy?
With governmental affairs. She deals with communication. So that's who you need to talk to.
Ma'am, I have the right to enter. You will have to call the police so I be trespassed from this building. I have the right to enter this building and vote.
They'll
No.
call me and let me know that you.
No, I do not have to do that. I have a constitutional right to go in there.
No, you don't.
All right. Obviously, these gentlemen are not going to let me through. I'm going to try to open the door.
Sir.
And
Now don't touch
There's
me.
no way in.
See, don't put your hands on me.
But you're
sir.
blocking me from entering
Don't
this
put
building.
your hands on me, sir.
I have the right to go into this building.
So as you guys can see, these two gentlemen are taking their job very seriously, and they will not let this cloud chaser compromise the integrity of the elections. Good job.
Yes, very good job.
I can see it,
Yes, sir. Okay.
and I'm prepared for you.
Okay.
So you're not getting under my skin.
So you're physically going to block the entrance to this
I ain't
building?
even speaking to you. I'm through with it. You got what you need. Okay.
I do not have
You
to
don't
call
need to
this
speak
person.
to me. You need to speak to them.
Okay.
Okay. Then they are the authority.
No.
They are. Okay. I'm through with it. I'm through with it.
May I go in to vote, please? Gentlemen, may I go in to vote?
You've been told how you can vote.
I'll stand here all day to then.
Well, you don't block the voters coming in.
I am a voter. I'm trying to go in.
No.
Go in there with your camera.
They're welcome. Yes, I can, and they're welcome to call the police. And the police are gonna. The police are gonna tell them that I'm allowed to do it.
No, no, they're not.
Call the police. Judge. Judge.
And why would I have to do all the work?
Back down.
They're not gonna do anything to you guys.
Back down, Judge. Back
They're just gonna tell you, yeah, he's allowed to do it.
Well, call him. Judge.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Back down. Do our job. Okay?
Your job is to block these doors and deny people their right to vote. That's your job.
Correct.
You keep saying that I'm denying you with that camera. That's what I'm denying. I'm not denying you not to
This
vote.
is constitutionally
I
allowed.
told you you could go in there.
The county doesn't allow
Are you listening? Do I have to keep explaining
I
this? Are you
know what you're
listening?
saying.
I told you you could go in there and vote. You gotta cut that off. But you
Absolutely not.
deny you don't want to do that.
You know how many times I've had the
And you're
police
not.
called on me already because they deny me entrance? And what do?
Well,
I go in.
well, call him.
And just so you know, this is your constitutionally protected right as well.
Why are you standing here going through this with us when you can have the police here? When you can have the police
Because
the
he
police
knows
aren't
he
gonna do
would
anything.
lose.
They're just going to tell you that I'm allowed to do it.
Newsflash, the police will show up, and they are not going to tell the frauditor that he can do what he's trying to do. They're not about to let a frauditor walk into a polling booth while recording.
But you're
Correct.
still allowed to deny me entrance.
No, they're not.
And there's nothing that I can do unless I take it before a judge. But this is a constitutionally protected activity.
Can somebody slap him?
Yes.
That's it.
Oh.
No, we're just talking.
I know. I'm through with it.
Ma'am, may I ask you, am I not allowed to go in? I'm being denied service here. I'm not allowed to vote.
Oh. I don't want to do that.
I understand. Alright. Let's go see if we find police.
Sure, it's Officer Harris, 10174.
Harris 10174. I appreciate you. I'm gonna try to wait in the. They're super uncomfortable with me.
Okay.
But we're being all as respectful as we can be to one another.
Liar.
Hi. So, just for my records, may I ask who I'm speaking with?
Officer Jones.
Jones, and your badge number, sir?
10176.
Thank you. And you, sir?
Officer White. 10118.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I go by Skipper, but I don't give my information out unless I have to. Am I allowed to go into this building and perform my civic duty and vote?
Yes, but you cannot do it with the cameras on. You cannot go.
Have you consulted with your supervisor?
I don't need to consult my supervisor. It's in the Florida book that you cannot go inside any precinct with a camera recording. You can go and vote. You can stand right here with your camera.
Mhm.
That's fine. To the doorway and have your cameras on.
Can I have the law on that?
We just showed you.
Legal guide 939. Can the media be polling in places during voting hours? The media cannot be inside the polling place during voting hours. Members of the media, along with their cameras, are permitted to be inside the polls to observe before the polls open and again after they close. It is also an election department policy to allow media to stand in the doorway of the precinct and film voters voting, as long as ingress and egress is not being obstructed by their presence and they do not try to interview voters.
Very good. So I have been denied that, and I'm not trying to interview anyone.
So you've been denied to go in and vote?
Correct.
All right, but have you been?
Yes, I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to.
No.
See, you're part of the press as well. Everybody is. Did you know that? Because there's the law of the land. So I don't know if that's state of Florida code or municipal code. But I've gone into other buildings that say, do not film. It is illegal to film. I go in there and film. And Miami-Dade County Police don't do anything about it because they uphold their oath to the Constitution of the United States that says we have freedom of the press. Every individual is the press. I have the right to document all public officials and their public duties. I cannot document or record private information. It is on them to keep things private. That's why there are dividers. That's why I would say whenever a sergeant is, because I've been kicked out of public buildings already, and then a sergeant gets involved and says, no, he's allowed to go in, and they let me back in.
No.
Yes, but today it won't be like that because you're recording a polling booth. What don't you understand, man? This guy is beyond stupid.
That's
And
correct.
they're adamant, and I'm very nice about the whole thing. My thing is, I investigate the First Amendment. Are we allowed to do these things? I let people know and let the public know what their rights are because they are being taken away from us.
But are you filming your own ballot?
I will film my own ballot. I cannot film anybody
Yeah,
else's.
you can't film anybody else.
Correct. But I am allowed to go in there and film. Is that correct?
No.
Because that said that I'm allowed to film in the doorways. No, keep reading because the third one that you read said I could go in there. No, it did. The last one that you read.
The media cannot be inside the polling place during voting hours.
Okay.
Members of the media, along with their cameras, are permitted to be inside the polls to observe before the polls open and again after.
And now the last one.
It is also an election department policy to allow media to stand in the doorway of a precinct and film voters voting as long as ingress and egress is not being
Correct.
obstructed.
Which means I can go in that doorway and just off to the side. That's what that said. No, but it said
Right here.
Okay, well that's fine. Either way, that is policy. That is not law.
Remember, guys, when frauditors are proven wrong and they have no more argument, they go to the policy versus law argument. Because that's all they have. They know they're in the wrong and they don't want to look like idiots, so they're
Because
going to
they're
deny
idiots.
that the policy applies to them.
You trying to set a precedent?
He's trying to set that.
I understand that, but see, Miami-Dade County Edition, that it is said policy. It is election. It is the election. You know that it used to be policy, and it's still in some places. I went and filmed the police substation on 82nd and 7th. There's a big sign that says stop. There's no audio and video recording, and I tested it to see where Miami-Dade County stood, and they honored the oath because they saw me filming, and they did not come out and say anything. And that was my story on that one. Miami-Dade County police officers will honor the oath to the Constitution of the United States, and they will not honor local government policies when their oath takes precedent first. We have the freedom of press, every individual, any public place. There's no expectation of privacy.
Thank you, Evan.
Any public place, that's because life is not black and white. It is a very gray area. But standing up for the Constitution, that's my activism. And I know it makes
That's
everybody
a
uncomfortable.
stupidity.
But look, the message gets out. You guys just have to tell me what I'm allowed to do. But I do want to be able to film. I do want to be able to perform my civic duty. I'm not trying to film anybody's private, because that goes any public building. The onus is always on the government officials. But I am allowed to perform, to observe and document and record public officials in their public duties.
Thank you again, Evan.
I want to ask them questions about what the requirements are. And I have a nice little following that wants to know, how do we get involved with our civic
And by
duty?
nice little following, he means two people.
You're trying to change the law. You need to go to court to do that.
No, sir, I'm not trying to change the law. The law is written.
Yeah, he's
I am
trying
trying to, but I'm trying to let people know what the law is.
Well, you're doing a pretty bad job at it because you don't even know what the law is yourself. So how are you supposed to teach others?
Now, both of these men did physically keep me from going inside. I would reach for the door and they would bump me. That's on camera. I'm not gonna press charges, obviously. They're nice guys. They're doing what they think their job is. My job is to do this. But they have to call you guys. They are not law enforcement. They're there to observe and report. And they have physically denied me entrance. Because if I had gone in and if you guys get called out, well, you can trespass me, take me to jail. But they physically cannot do that. Only you have the jurisdiction to do that. And then if I feel like you're wrong, then I'll get with my attorney. We go to federal court. and then it's understood in federal court that you lose your qualified immunity if you denied me my civil rights. My civil rights being the First Amendment, the right, freedom of the press. Every individual has freedom of the press. It puts everybody in a really tough spot. But if we don't do these things, then we don't have conversations about them. Because now I have viewers, this will get so many hits because of this.
Yeah.
Where's our impasse and what happens now? What can I do? Because I got thousands and thousands of viewers who want to know,
No, you don't.
what decision are you going to make? Are you going to allow me to perform my civic duty? Or are you going to tell me I have to leave? Tell me I have to leave, I'm going to leave.
Well, their decision is going to uphold the law and not let you record a voting booth, which would make no sense. How does he not understand this by now? He's been here over 30 minutes and there's still so much more to go. This guy's a major joke. I have such a headache of listening to his stupid voice, but yet there's still so much more to go before he finally leaves.
But
Yeah, back to
again,
David.
the public has the right to know. Or call supervisor. I don't give my information unless I break the law. Or I get pulled over.
You don't even give
It can
out
be
your
anonymous,
information.
as I understand it can be. I will take the report number though. Like if your body cams are rolling, I'd love that. Because I already know I've already gotten body cam footage for other things. Well, you guys know, that's the way it works. When you work in the public sector, you identify yourself so you know who the public knows who they're dealing with. It's constitutionally protected to not have to give my information unless I break the law, being suspected of breaking the law, or I get pulled over because that's basically an arrest momentarily.
Who's in charge of the prison?
But see, she's recording me and I encourage that.
You clerk?
And I've already spoken to my manager, and I provided him with the number to call at elections.
Yes, I have a Miss Trudy.
He said that he didn't have to do it, and he wasn't going to do it. Okay, that's fine. But I was told that when the camera's rolling, you cannot enter. He turns them off, and you can come in and vote. So nobody stops him from voting if he follows the rules, which is not with your cameras on.
But your rules.
In the book. Your rules.
No, not entirely, because it doesn't say anything about. Because you think I'm media, and again, it did say that's policy.
So
Policy is not law.
when he came up, he said he was pressed. So I have to go based
No,
on what
I
you
said
told me. Roll your cameras back. And
Okay,
you said you
but I
were
never
pressed.
said press. But you do have the
Yes,
freedom
you
of
did.
press anyway.
No.
But I did say I'm investigating this precinct, and I'd like to document my experience.
Oh yeah, by the way, this guy's channel name is Miami Circus, and it fits him perfectly. It turns out, in his professional life, he's actually a clown. That's what he does for a living, and it fits him perfectly, because he's acting like one right now.
But fair enough. I'll tell you. That's fair. I'll tell you I'm press. No, but that's fair. I'll tell you I'm press. But everybody's press.
Right?
Everybody's press.
So that's the whole thing. Right now is.
But I'm not employed by Channel 7 News,
And we
CNN.
We understand that.
So everybody's press.
The Declaration of Independence.
The Declaration of Independence.
But like she said, their policy is they're not going to allow you to vote.
Policy is not law.
It's not law, but the book says it goes by what the precinct allows. We can't go ahead and overrule them because this is their precinct.
You're not impressed.
Alright, I'm going to skip to when the supervisor gets here, because if I don't cut out the next 15-20 minutes, this video is going to be an hour long.
You mean a day long?
And yeah, listen in. How you doing, Sarge?
I'm gonna help you, sir. First of all, hold on, give me a second.
Can we go into the shade? I've been in the
No,
sun.
I'm fine right here.
Okay.
Okay. You understand what our charges are? The actual also liable charge. Whatever they say, they were free from the laws and regulations is what goes. You
Okay.
understand?
No, I don't agree with that, but that's fine.
Okay, that's not what you agree with.
I understand that.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
you can appeal all sorts of things, but as far as the poll supervisor, they're in brief on the regulations and the laws. We're not even allowed in there.
Okay.
Us we're not allowed inside there. No cameras, no recording. That ballot selfie does not exist.
Okay. And you can tell me the law that says I can't go in there with my camera? She won't give it to me. Right. what do I do?
He's the expert.
Now,
You
if I
go in
do,
there, you go in there, you vote. Actually, that's your right to vote.
Right.
Not to record other people doing it.
okay, I'm gonna agree to disagree on that one. If I do go in with recording, what would you do?
Be arrested, sir.
I'll be arrested. No notice to appear. It's straight to jail. Right. So arrested, but arrested is still going to be a notice. You can do a notice to appear. You can do arrested. You're going to take me downtown.
Very simple. Okay. It's our discretion. Is notice to appear, or you go to jail.
Right. So I'm
Our
asking.
discretion. Very simple.
Okay. So when you took your oath, you took the oath to the municipality here in Miami-Dade County, correct?
Sir, what are we doing here?
I'm asking questions.
Well, you're here to ask questions.
Are you gonna?
We're concerned about this.
Not about me.
Not about sorting and okay, ma'am, you're the poll supervisor. Okay. And you are the supervisor of this, as far as voting is concerned. Okay, just explain to this man what the regulation is as far as recording and taking pictures of the site. Okay.
You have the regulation number?
Just explain to him.
As I told you before, if you want to vote, you turn your cameras off and you come in and vote.
Okay.
So if you have your cameras rolling, I cannot let you in to vote with your cameras rolling.
Okay. All right. But there's statute on that. I think there's policy on
I
it.
think he read all three to you earlier.
But you don't know the law behind it. It's your discretion, is what you're saying.
No, it's not discretion. It's a law.
Exactly. So what law is that?
Now, I just have one question. Where is P. Barnes when you need him? Because honestly, he would have dealt with this guy about 45 minutes ago. This is becoming way too long, and he's wasting so much public resources.
Correct. And P. Barnes would have taken it to
that the officer read it to you. We're already telling you it exists. We would like for you to exercise your right to vote if you would like to do so. We have no problem with it. She has no problem with it. The one that's being a little bit difficult here is yourself, sir. Either you want to go in with the cameras off and vote, or you can leave.
Sorry,
It's
it's interesting you say that.
It's
You know,
either or.
This country became better because people were civically disobedient. It's clearly you're not. I don't know that.
To address what's going on.
But I still don't know the law that says I can't go in there and do it. Because I looked for it. I didn't find it. All I know is that there is law.
They called it off to him and they read it to him more than once.
Can you do it again, please? Yeah. Thank you, because this gentleman, I can understand, he just wants to cause a scene. Right now, you're causing a scene.
Can I have your name and badge number for my record? Right.
And name.
Thank you for that.
Very simple.
So you're 7377. That's your
Alright,
okay.
you're causing a scene right now. You understand me?
Legal guideline 39.
And Miss
He's about to
Scan.
read it to you.
Right? You cannot go in with your cameras on.
That's not what I understood that to say. That is not what I understood that to say. Did you understand? Is that what you read?
Alright, so right now you said you had to go teach, right?
That's
what
correct.
are you going to do here?
I'd like to go vote.
So go vote, but
Yes,
you
but
have
I'm
to turn
gonna.
your cameras off.
I cannot turn my cameras off.
Alright, so right now it's either...
Oh, that's fine. That's fine then. So right now, if I do go inside, I will be arrested and taken downtown.
You're not going to go inside.
You're not, but you're gonna answer my question.
You are
I
not
will
going to
be.
go inside, sir. You're not going to try to go inside. You're not going to be inside.
And if I do make my way this way, you're going to arrest me.
Why don't you go ahead and find out?
It's interesting. Because me being a taxpayer and a regular just Joe, I don't mean anything to you, do I? I mean nothing to you. You can't fathom that I know the law. You know the law because you're law enforcement. Is that correct? You can't fathom that I know it. You're wrong, and he just read it. And the other thing is,
that's what you're here for. You're here to cause a scene. That's all you're here for. That's your
are
purpose.
you going to arrest me
Your
for causing a
purpose
scene?
was not to go inside and vote. You came here to cause a scene. That is your main purpose right now.
Okay.
Giving you evidence.
Did I say that was my main
Sir,
purpose?
let me talk, or we're going to end this encounter right now.
Go for it.
Okay? All right? Your main purpose is here to cause a scene. You didn't come here to vote.
Okay.
If you came here to vote, you would have done it by now and gone on your way.
Okay.
All right? That's the point I'm making. All right?
Okay.
You're not acting like a reasonable citizen.
You are not acting like a reasonable police officer. You are tainting that badge.
How?
And I promise you, this is not my first time I go into a government building and I'm being told, yes, I can.
How am I taking the badge?
Yes, it is a government building, but there are special circumstances today. There is voting going on, so obviously you're not allowed to record. Oh my god, I'm going to have to fast forward till the end of this interaction because I have such a headache listening to this idiot babble on and on and on. Anyways, let's see what happens at the conclusion of this nonsense.
One eternity later.
I'll be putting in a complaint for you.
You can do whatever you like,
And
sir.
you, Sarge, you were still wrong.
You can do whatever
You
you
both
like.
heard what I heard.
Thank you, Skipper. I
I'm
appreciate
allowed
it.
to do that.
Thank you, Skipper.
So you're A. Gonzalez. And let me see, may I approach your badge?
You're fine right there.
I can't read it that far. Can you tell me your badge number?
You just said it earlier. You read it from back there before.
Can you
Yeah,
tell me your badge number?
Your video.
Can you give me your badge
It's
number?
in your video already.
Can you give me your badge number?
Your video.
Will you give me your badge
You
number?
said it back there. Review your video.
N. San Roman. May I have your badge number?
You said it earlier as well.
You won't give it to me verbally?
You said it earlier.
YouTube will love you both. You made Miami-Dade County look bad because I've never had the experience. These gentlemen,
Sir, the only one that
these gentlemen were amazing.
that watches this video is you, sir, because you've come here and you've disrupted this. You want to make a change? By all means, but you do it
This
the
is
correct
called
way.
activism.
You don't need to be doing it
What is the
this
correct
way.
way? Please tell me.
You don't need to be doing it this way.
Please tell me the correct way.
There are avenues, there's ways to do it,
Correct.
just like with the footage that you want. There's
Yep.
a way to do it. We're not here, we're going to pop it up and we're going to give it to you. So, are you going to vote
Were
or
those?
are you not?
Was that the way it was done? I can't even say that because it's not even my experience. This is not even
Would
close.
you like to vote, sir, or not? That's
I
that's
wanna
the
film.
last thing.
We're not preventing you.
I want to film.
We're not preventing you from being voted.
I want to film and document my
I'm back
experience.
there. Okay, the voting entries are over there, literally about 50 to 25 feet away from where we're at.
But
You have a free pass.
I'll be
Go
back
there and
tomorrow.
vote, sir.
No. I'm not
You
looking to
have
go
a
to jail.
free pass.
I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to talk to my attorney.
Okay. You do
And then
whatever
if you guys want to take me to
I don't
jail,
know what you're gonna do. Are you gonna brush your
Okay.
teeth? Are you gonna take a bath? I don't know that.
I know you don't like me.
Okay, all you need to know that is that
You despise citizens like me. Despise us,
not like you.
just like me. People who stand up for their rights.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you do. Well, clearly you do.
Not at all.
Well, the public's going to be the one who decides that.
Go ahead.
But you both made the badge look awful.
Thank you. I appreciate your comments.
And I appreciate you guys. I know I put you in a tough spot. But you guys did
Just
the
to
right
make
thing.
it clear, whatever entry you're going voting, the young lady right there, she's the boss here. Very simple. Alright, she told you something you can do, and you're pissed off about it. Very simple. Very simple. Okay?
Okay. If we don't stand up for our rights, we lose them.
All
And
right.
you've made that right.
What right do you have?
The right to record
The
in
right to
publicly
record.
accessible areas.
Exactly. That is, you're not recording other people's rights. That's a problem.
There is no expectation. The courts have ruled there's
Sir,
no
are you done
expectation
yet?
of
Okay,
privacy.
go in a circle. Go in a
No,
circle.
I'm not done yet. I still have
Go in a
time.
circle. All right.
The courts have ruled there's no expectation of
Have a good day.
privacy in
Have a
public.
good day.
Well, I guess I lasted him at least. But obviously he's very, he's a tyrant.
No.
She's a tyrant. These three other officers, amazing. They do. I put them in a tough spot. But she should know better. Well, thank you for denying me my right to vote there, Sarge.
So as you guys can see, after an entire hour of argument, the frauditor was successful. He was successful at making a complete ass out of
I'm
himself.
just gonna say,
Thanks for
jackass.
watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel.
And with that, we'll bring the evening session to a close. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Help us get to the goal of 50,000 views, 1,000 subscribers. So Buxy sends those nice red presents we can send to you all, and Google puts us on the algorithms. Till tomorrow, thanks for watching from day one.